Hello there, my FSD friends, my Tesla favorites, my beautiful thinking people. I'm going to give you another demonstration of Tesla's full self-driving. And let's see if we can do this without any takeovers. Lately, I've had very little disengagements. And the disengagements are usually because I've arrived at my destination and I just want to make a more efficient end to the trip so I'm not in people's traffic and all that good stuff. So let me see. Let me first go get what I keep forgetting. Okay, we are set to go. Let me see. Navigate to A&W Upper James. Okay, so we'll see how it does right from my driveway. You ready, folks? Let's go. And there's a car coming, 2 cars coming, so let's see what it does. Creeps out. Nice. Nice.
Now turn left onto Tower Crest Drive.
Slowing for a pedestrian. Nicely done. And traffic. And now we're off.
Now turn
Came
left
out of there
onto
nicely.
Upper Wellington Street.
Now it's still doing that weeble wobble. I don't know why it keeps doing that weeble wobble. Especially going into a left lane. It does that like almost consistently. Now that was the weirdest takeoff I've ever had. It did a little bucking back and forth there. It's almost like it wasn't sure if it should go or if it should stay. I'm gonna find out if maybe I missed an update. That could be why. Object in the road. I just don't like to take chances. Send that off to Tesla.
200 meters, turn left onto Hester Street.
So it says I'm up to date as of 17th.
Now turn left onto Hester Street.
You know what? Let me turn Wi-Fi on just to make sure. I love the sound of mufflers in the morning. These speed limits of 30 kilometers an hour, I mean, there are certain neighborhoods I can totally understand. Right around school zones, totally understand. But I'm telling you, there are more and more streets turning up with this 30 kilometer maximum. I'm sorry, folks. That is absolutely foolish. If there is deaf children in the neighborhood, again, totally understand, right? They're not going to get any kind of an alert, not from tire noise or anything. But wow, other than that, I can't think of very many things that I would consider appropriate for 30. Even 40. Like, I mean, there's tons
200
of
meters,
40-kilometer-an-hour roads. Like, that's just, it's not right. It's weird. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments. Like, seriously, does it annoy you? Look at the speed we're going. No traffic in front of us.
Turn left.
Changing my navigation route.
Now your destination is on the left.
Yep, it did get us to the right spot. It is almost always flawless in its execution. So that's me. Now navigate to McMaster Longwood Drive. My bad. Longwood Road.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Mohawk Road West.
Okay, Elon, I'm in your hands. There's that weeble wobble again. That guy like just riding the line, eh? The left turns are getting way better. Like, I mean, way better. Very smooth. It goes out into the street before it makes the left turn rather than cutting the other lanes, right? The oncoming lane traffic. I'm liking that. When it sees the flashing lights, it does seem to slow down a bit and take notice that it's going to change any minute. It's quite the chilly day today, in comparison to what we've had. Yesterday I was on the motorcycle, going out to a lovely little town, going west, Western Ontario, and yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think it was slated for 17 degrees, but I'm pretty sure we made it to about 20, 21, which is perfect for motorcycle riding. You wear your gear and you don't bake. And it's definitely not cold. So as you can see, folks, there so far 0 interventions. I will shorten the video before putting it out, so you won't get to see all of it, but I assure you, I do not cut out difficulties for full self-driving because
In 200 meters, turn right onto Guard Street.
I am seriously hoping that it's going to be a mass success, so I will show everything that's necessary.
Now turn right onto Guard Street.
As you can see there, the visualization, it's pretty accurate. It looks like it's giving a little more clearance from the curves. I've sent back feedback on that a number of times. And on the Weeble Wobble, but the Weeble Wobble's not going away. And this is something too I wish they would understand. Let me see, I'm gonna disengage just to... Seems to be stopping way too far from the lights or from the stop signs. So, car on the side, a red cone, the hood's up. Now this is something too. It should have gotten into the next lane much sooner, because that's an obvious sign that that car is not moving. So that would be nice. I mean, it's not imperative, it wasn't unsafe, but if there was traffic, it would get you squeezed in behind that car, which not efficient, not an efficient way of doing it. You probably can't see on the camera, that Honda Civic had his windows tinted, and it's one of those where it looks like it's 100% bubble wrap now. Somebody needs to tell him he can always take it back in and get all those bubbles removed. So you folks that are watching that have bubble wrap tinted windows, now maybe you can see it better now. Just go into a place, pay them, get rid of those bubbles. It just takes so much away from your vehicle as far as aesthetics, right? I don't know what it's like to look through it. Maybe it does hamper their vision, so there could be a safety factor, but I would do it just for the aesthetics anyway. Okay, let's see how we handle these, the curbs and everything. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice on the curve. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Not close to the curbs at all, and not riding the center line either. Very, very happy with this drive so far. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll definitely do my best to get at them and try to give you an adequate answer. Of course, I'm not an engineer and I'm not a Tesla employee, but I've done a fair amount of studying. And thus the reason I actually bought a Tesla. When you do your homework, there's really not much
In 200 meters, turn left onto
as far as alternative choice to a Tesla. It becomes more and more evident the more and more research you do that the only vehicle you should be looking at seriously is a Tesla.
Now turn left onto Aberdeen Avenue.
Let's see how it handles this. There's an approaching car. Oh, nice, nice. Yes, I wanted to make sure that they were turning there and cut off and did not overlap into the oncoming traffic lane. It still did that. Cut out and then turn. Oh, just for these guys behind me, I should give them a little more zest. I don't know about you folks, but there is a pet peeve I do have with Tesla's navigation. I could turn onto a street after coming off a street that's like 30 kilometers an hour, turn onto the next street, and it continues at 30 miles an hour. Not always, or kilometers an hour, sorry. Not always, but very often. And then other times I can come off a 60 kilometer road and turn onto a 40 or 50, and the car is still doing the same speed that it was doing on the 60. So that's ticketable. That's where it starts to cost you money and patience. So, I mean, that's not Tesla's fault. I know they're using mostly Google Maps for that navigation data. But I think Tesla needs to take a look at the Waze mapping system and adopt that 100% entirely on our entire nav system, so we can report road closures, we could report speed discrepancies, we could report missing signs, we could report accidents or police stops, emergency vehicles. If you adopt the Waze format, oh my, like honestly, Tesla, it would be so good. Okay, I don't know if it did that on purpose, but that's the first time it actually missed that big, deep manhole cover hole. It's like a huge pothole, and everybody goes through it almost all the time unless you know this area. And I was getting ready to take over, and happily, it did it on its own. It stayed to the right of the hole, so probably my 2 driver side wheels probably were half in the pothole and half on the asphalt, so no feeling of anything. Nicely done. Nicely done. Came over, changed lanes right after that car. That was beautifully done.
Now turn right onto Rosewood Road South.
So this is like approximately 19-minute drive, full self-driving, supervised. All right, let me revise that. 18.5-minute drive, and no interventions. Knock on wood right now. We are arriving. The reason I'm coming here is because we have a charger here. Now it looks like they're filming here.
Now turn right onto Chatham Street.
And let me see. That was beautiful. Navigation was flawless for the most part. Absolutely flawless for the most part. Okay, now we're going to witness the self-parking. That's a good way to culminate this drive. And we are definitely over 18 minutes. No interventions. And we're talking city streets, so we're not talking about just running straight down a highway. This is definitely a nice little challenge. Beautifully done, as you can see on screen. Wonderful ride. Thanks for joining me. Remember, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay as happy as humanly possible at all times. Hey, and remember something. I love you all. Talk to you later.